A warm welcome to France Meet and Greet. It's actually a meet and greet concept again, even though we have this type of furnishing behind us. Because, however, we cannot move back to the cozy corner sofa setting we had at the previous meet and greets. So, a warm welcome to the viewers online, and let's give Amir a warm welcome.
Hello everybody, bonjour.
Hello.
Good evening. How are you? Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Ça va?
Très bien.
Très bien, merveilleuse. I'd like to ask you just to stay put. We'll take pictures afterwards at the photo wall. All right. So Amir, tell us about your experience so far at the Eurovision, especially the last rehearsal.
The first rehearsal.
Oh, sorry, that was also the last, yes.
Up until now, everything has been overwhelming. Since yesterday morning when we arrived to Stockholm, I discovered a great city with a beautiful atmosphere. People here are happy to be here, the weather is great, and the energy is very positive. So, after 2 months of extensive promotion work in Paris, I came here to relax, even though the contest comes closer and closer, and I should be probably more stressed every day, but something in Stockholm was like a medication, very relaxing, and I'm very happy to be here.
I'm happy to hear that. Could you please introduce your colleagues on stage?
Yes, of course. This is Nathalie André. She's the head of the entertainment of France 2, which is the channel that broadcasts the Eurovision in France, the biggest national channel. This is Eduardo Grassi, or HOD, and my friend. Not boyfriend, but friend. And this is Aziz Baki, he's the choreographer of the show.
Thank you. So about the rehearsal today, this was the first time you stepped up on this huge scene.
Yes.
How did it feel?
It was very impressive. I was impressed to discover the whole thing, the arena, the size of the stage, the place and the feel of where I'm standing, the scenery, see it live. I saw it on video up until now, so it was very... I got emotional in the first minutes because I saw it right underneath me and on the sides and then the cameras, but we've been treated kindly and professionally, so it was a good moment.
Great to hear. So tell us about your song. When people listen to it, what would you like them to feel?
I'd like them to feel a smile growing up on their faces, feel a feeling of hope, and feel that they also have the hope to find this specific magical element that can get into our lives at every other moment or point and make us understand why we're here in this world and why we're happy to wake up every morning and to do what we're doing. I felt this personally with music, but I'm sure that every person can point an element and say this thing or this person is what made me happy and what I want to live for. So that's what the song is about.
Sounds almost spiritual.
It's very spiritual.
Speaking of spiritual, you are of Jewish origin, and
True.
do you feel, in some aspect, that you are representing the Jewish population in France when you are on stage here, or is this something you're not considering?
I don't see the connection that strongly. I'm representing every group that I belong to, starting from my family, and also my community, and also my city, but beyond and above everything, I represent my flag and my country. And that's what I was happy about, because it's a big honor I got into my hands. So I'm looking at the big thing and saying, thank you, life, for giving me this opportunity.
Excellent. Let's take some questions from the audience. Hands up. That's a great answer. Let's see. Behind here, back with the glasses.
Thank you. Hello, Amir. JP from Radio International. Good evening.
I remember.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
Well, originally you were a dental surgeon.
True.
How come you changed to music? And you're not the only dentist we have at the Eurovision. It's also Sarah from San Marino.
We spoke about it yesterday. Music came in after I looked for it, like j'ai cherché. And when it arrived, I thought it was a flirt. Only 1 year and bye-bye. But things took a bigger size and a bigger place in my life. More I played with music, more opportunities arrived. And today I find myself in the Eurovision singing in front of Europe, the entire continent. I've never dreamed of arriving to a point like this when I was a dentist, but I always said to myself, if you have a dream, try to follow it and don't be afraid of people who try to discourage you. So finally good things happen.
Thank you. Another question, please. Up front, please.
Hi, Alistair Birch from SBS Radio in Australia. Amir, can you tell us a little about how you met Patrick Bruel?
Yes, I didn't know you know Patrick Bruel in Australia.
Alistair knows everything.
Well, there is a Julia Zemiro, she's from your radio. Okay, say hello to her. And Patrick Bruel is actually an artist I was a fan of since I was a kid. And one day, I had some time and me and my sister jotted a translation of our favorite song of Patrick in Hebrew. And the version looked quite cool. So we said, why not try to send it to him? My manager, which is right there, took it to Patrick Bruel's production and he listened to it and got very touched by this. So he gave me the rights to exploit, to take advantage of it. We recorded it in the studio, and up until then we never met, but he came to sing in Israel and I lived there at this time. He invited me to sing with him on stage in front of 11,000 people. I was a dentist. On that very morning I still went to school, but in the evening I got a chance I couldn't say no to, and I had the time of my life, and it was the beginning of me falling in love with music at that point.
Can we hear a little bit of the song? Sorry. Another microphone. This is not so good for singing.
קשה למצוא מילים שמבטאות את מה שלא יוצא בלי קלישאות. אולי זה זמן לא טוב, אבל אני מתאמן. לה 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 שוטר.
Beautiful. Beautiful song in Hebrew. Excellent. Well, thank you. More questions in the back here?
Hi, Eric from the Netherlands. I've got one critical question, maybe. We've seen this, the rehearsal on screens. Every time when you did, in the song, there's a ooh, hoo, hoo, the camera moved away and you were not singing. Why did you choose to let the ooh, hoo's be singing by a backing vocal? Because
I am singing with them, actually.
You're
I
singing
didn't
together.
know that we couldn't see it. I will look at the replay again. But I do sing with them. They're just backing me like in the single where we have many voices singing
yes,
it.
but sometimes I see you singing ooh, ooh.
No, there is a point where I do you.
And you
then I get far and they back it like in the single because we have two voices in the same time and I cannot sing two things in the same time. But this is
that's in the end, but during every chorus you do the ooh, ooh, not by yourself.
not alone, but even in the single it's like this. We're just trying to reproduce what people liked up until now.
Singing
If
this
I
ooh,
promised you
yeah.
that I will sing it along for you in an acoustic version with my guitar.
I'm sure he'll be happy then. Up front here in the white shirt, please.
Thank you. My name is Amir, Russian TV channel Live News. So, welcome to the Stockholm. We are crazy here because of all of those bookmakers. You were at the same position with Russian singer Sergei Lazarev, but after this rehearsal for today, I can see that something's changed and your position is a bit lower. So, as long as we still love France and we are ready to go to Paris next year, do you have kind of secret combination to make your chances bigger to win this song contest? Thank you and good luck.
Thank you very much. I also hope that we will meet in Paris in 2017. Hopefully for the Eurovision, but if not, then just in a friendly way. Well, I didn't do anything to try to seduce the bookmakers. We're just singing, we're doing our best, we're rehearsing. This is the first rehearsal. If they didn't like it, I can totally understand it and I respect. But we have one more long week of work ahead of us. We watched it, we have corrections, and the best performance is not today's performance, it's on May 14, hopefully. So we have work to do, and I hope that they will like it and you will like it too then. Secret combination, I think. Work, 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 work.
Here we go, lady over here.
Hi, I'm Robin from Wee Wee Blogs. I'm just wondering about the staging. We see a lot of planets and very sort of quite epic feelings. Can you talk about what is behind the staging, and did you have any input into it?
Yes, definitely. What does it mean, input into it?
Were you involved in creating it?
Yeah, definitely. There are two reasons why I chose I wasn't the only one to choose, so this question can go to my friends here too. But from my point of view, the first one was, if the song is called J'ai cherché, and we're talking about a search, I was looking for something. I thought that in order to stay as open as possible and as lost as possible in some way, I imagined space. This is where I saw myself in an endless searching. Then the planet come and meet me and I find something. I find Earth. I find somewhere where to step. So this is basically, in a very, very basic explanation, what I thought was strong in the spatial atmosphere. The second reason is that my first TV appearance on The Voice, I sang a song of Elton John called Candle in the Wind, and this was the first time when people noticed me, and probably the first chance I had to start a musical career. All of the chairs returned, and I considered this point in my life as a very lucky one. Back then, I wasn't the one who chose the scenery, but The Voice put stars around me. And I thought that this is something I would like to reproduce in my second biggest and strongest TV moment. So those 2 points are, in my point of view, the things that why I wanted space.
Thank you. Very eloquent answer to that question, I'd say. And the back in the middle here?
Bonsoir la France, je m'appelle Simon, je suis polonais, Radio Newsletter. The question is about last year's statement of your French foreign minister, who actually wanted to have la chanson plus moderne à l'Eurovision. That was after Angela's participation in Austria, as far as I heard. So you have it, a very modern song, but in English. How French people reacted on English lyrics in the French song for the first time, I think.
It's a question for me?
Yeah.
Well, there was a small issue with a minister in France this week who said on Twitter, Amir's song is in English, why do we represent France this way in the Eurovision Song Contest? So I didn't get involved, but I just read the tweets about it. And there was one tweet that was against the song, but so many others that told him, come on, you're so wrong. People actually believe in France, inside French. they believe in the Eurovision this year. And outside France, there is a very positive message that goes out, and France is seen as not only as one of the favorites, because this is not the main argument, even though people said that, but people see France in the Eurovision very positively this time. So you should be more behind and solidary and try to back up this candidacy. Now, if we look at the details, I only have 2 sentences in this song, which is mainly in French, and the title of the song is in French. So I think that thanks to these 2 messages, most of you guys could understand the message of the song. Like the chorus is the main part that people are repeating and singing along. You are the one that's making me strong. So this actually brought you to listen to it, to maybe like it, and then actually listen to a song in French. So I think this is a strong point of the song in terms of exporting the French culture.
Thank you. One last question. In the back here, remember the cap?
Merci. Hello, I'm Marco. I am from Austria, from the Standard IT. That's this country with the only pure French song.
Yes, yes.
Maybe you know it. I have a question because everyone was expecting a duel this year when we came here between Russia and France. So you are definitely one of the big favorites this year. When did you realize that you are a favorite, and did it change somehow the whole approach, how you came here, or do you not think about that at all?
I'm trying not to think about it, but it's very difficult because journalists are talking about it. And my biggest effort was trying to block the effect that passively could affect my mind. Because I think that we're all humans, and when people tell you you're strong, you're good, you're the best, you may feel that it's gonna be easy. And I made every possible effort to block this thought and keep on working very hard every day, from morning till sundown, because what I wanted is to justify what people are waiting for and not to go as if it's going to be easy. So we're in kind of a rough battle against the effect that it could give me. I am in a personal battle. I want to believe that I have strong chances of finishing in the last places, so I need to work hard and bring the best on stage. And those are not cliches. This is exactly what I'm thinking about every night before I'm going to sleep. I don't want to be a favorite. I don't want to feel like a favorite. I just want everything to go well on May 14th.
Let me just tell you that when I heard about this duel, I brought 2 flags. I thought, if this is a duel, I brought a French flag and a rainbow flag. So bonne chance.
Oh, wow. Bonne chance.
Thank you.
I think I favorited your tweet. Retweeted.
Okay, let's take one final question from the Alistair here.
I have a question for Madame André. I'll ask in both languages, if that's okay. Je voudrais écouter quelques mots sur vos sentiments immédiatement après le résultat de l'année dernière, et qu'est-ce que vous avez fait de différent cette année? I'd like to hear something about your feelings immediately after the result last year, and what did you do different this year?
Je me suis calmée.
She calmed down a little bit.
Je me suis bien énervée à la fin, j'étais toute seule dans ma bulle. Et puis d'abord je me suis calmée parce que j'ai trouvé cet événement absolument passionnant, j'ai trouvé cette cérémonie fascinante. Je ne m'attendais pas du tout à ça, c'était le premier Eurovision pour moi. Et j'ai trouvé qu'il y avait un tel engouement, une joie de vivre, c'était une fête. Que vous êtes tellement à bloc toute la journée pendant 10 jours, et tout à coup, à minuit et demi, il y a une telle masse qui vous attaque sur votre tête que, voilà, j'ai peut-être traduire, mais...
So, basically, she said that last year it was her first time at the Eurovision, and there's a lot of pressure on the delegations and on the broadcaster and the head of the delegations all the time. And of course, whenever you come out a first rehearsal and you see so many bad comments, or you know, there's always positive and bad, but sometimes the bad affect people more. So of course the experience was pretty amazing, and she, you know, she learned a lot of things from it. And also, as I said, for the rest of the people, she calmed down a little bit and she started to think differently about reactions to have.
Donc j'ai changé ma façon de travailler. J'ai fait venir Eduardo,
She changed the
qui
way of
travaille
working.
avec moi maintenant. Et surtout, dès mon retour de Vienne, j'ai compris ce que je n'avais pas compris. Donc déjà, j'ai fait un gros travail sur moi-même. Et voilà, je trouve que c'est une magnifique émission, une magnifique soirée. Et mon énervement n'a duré que 20 minutes.
So this year she changed the way of working. She hired a new head of delegation, and also when she went back to Paris, she understood how she should have been working this year, and she changed a lot of things towards her approach to the work, you know, the road to Eurovision work.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
I have one final question for you, Amir. I've asked all the artists this at the meet and greets. What does this year's theme, Come Together, what does it mean to you, Amir?
No boundaries of religions, of cultures, of countries and languages. Only getting closer, being friends, being humans, and loving each other, while respecting each other's differences.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's now break for photo opportunities. Let's move over to the photo wall, and request for interviews goes to your head of delegation. Yes.
Merci
Thank you so much.
beaucoup.
And next, press